Hi, today really famous fly, grayling fly. It's a Frank Sawyer skilleback. Frank Sawyer was born 1906 and spent most of his life in small village Nether Avon in Wiltshire, England. It's on the River Avon, and he was for most of his life worked as a river keeper on the Upper Avon. But he was also an inventor and writer, wrote well-known books like The Keeper on Stream or Nymph and the Trout. And he developed this skilleback around 1930s. And some say the fly was developed for controlling grayling numbers on Avon, and that it was more successful than nets actually. He also made a very well-known pheasant tail nymph, or some other flies like the Sawyer Swedish or grey goose nymph. And it wasn't just patterns, he developed also the nymphing technique, which is sometimes called Nether Avon style, and it's sink and draw. That the nymph is allowed to sink and then made to swim towards the surface by throwing in the line or slowly lifting the rod tip. And this should be done in front of the fish in the river. The fly is really easy and you don't need really much, just the right wool, which is the key. And instead of thread, we are going to use copper wire, some soft wire. The fly is nymph and is weighted with a copper wire. But keep in mind that it was developed for the chalk stream, a small stream, and it's not really that heavy, the copper itself, so if you want heavier version you need to add some lead wire. So hook, I'm using this Tiemco 3761, the standard wet fly hook, and size 12. This is the basic size for the skilleback, and soft wire copper 33 number, not sure. It's a bit thick for this, but still okay. We will start with tying the wire like thread. I have to do it in the reverse direction here, starting like this, because it's a bit thick. So I'm just going all the way front, and I'm here securing with super glue. The super glue with brush. There are more than just this, but this is a Zappa gap if you were looking for this medium CA+. And the wool. The key is the color of the wool when wet, and this is also affected by the color of the copper wire beneath the wool. And originally it was the famous Chadwick 477, but Chadwick company ceased production of this wool around 1965, and since the day flighters looking for some substitute wool. It should be not synthetic, it should be wool. And I found great comparison done by Phil Anderson from Wisconsin, and he chose this wool. It's Ultra Alpaca Fine, the color 1214, and it's really, as you can see, look like the original. It's fine, but it was a bit also thick for this size of hook, so I remove one of these 4 cords I using 3 here, and just tie this in, and cover it nicely so we will have the color, the reddish color. We're going all the way back, just leave there a space for a little tack made out of the wire too. So trim this and start to wrap in. You can do pretty firm wraps here. I'm going there and back. I'm almost short here, but it's fine. So secure this with a wire, like 2 wraps or 3. Trim this. I will add a bit of super glue too here, just a little, and I'll finish it with finish. Sorry, we finished this about 3 wraps. Hope it will not stick the super glue now. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's almost did. And tighten this. Break the wire. Trim it, and will add just a standard varnish, a drop. It will dry and it will be fine. So that's it. That's a really famous killerback, grayling nymph. Very productive. One more thing, the Frank Sawyer died in 1980 on a bank of the River Avon in Nether Avon. So not a bad way to go, and try this fly for grilling. Bye.